Hello, it's Victoria and Madison. We got little mics, so you should be able to hear us better now. Madison with all her technology, schmology. Anyways,
Okay.
okay, whatever. Okay, so today we're here to talk about feeling stuck. Um, it is an incredibly universal feeling. Everyone feels stuck at some point in their life,
Several points.
several times. um, Sometimes that feeling, just the feeling of being stuck, it's a horrible feeling, right? Like you feel like you're not able to move, not able to get out of an uncomfortable situation or an uncomfortable life. Even sometimes it's like an uncomfortable job, a job that you don't want, a job that you hate, but you can't leave because it pays the bills and you don't have really another option, possibly.
A relationship.
A relationship, you're in a toxic relationship, possibly, or in a relationship maybe where, that person supports you
You support them.
or you support them or whatever, right? So you can feel stuck there. But I think people feel stuck at various stages of their life when they're growing and they're evolving. That feeling doesn't exist as much, and it's a really shitty feeling to feel stuck. Now, why do I bring this up? Because um, being trans is one of those things where you have to unstick yourself. You have to,
Sorry.
you see a transition and you see in front of it all of these incredible barriers, right? I mean, I can speak for myself. I was 42, was a barrier. I was married, it was a barrier. I had kids, it was a barrier. Kind of job I had, another one, or at least these were perceived barriers. I didn't think my kids would this and that.
Friends.
Friends would all leave me. I would not be successful in really finding myself in whatever, right? All of these fears kind of count as perceived barriers. Some of them are real and some of them are not. Oh, bicep looking jacked. Anyways, so okay, back to the story. Okay, so everyone feels stuck at some point, right? And when you realize you're trans or you are living a life, or maybe it's coming out as gay, or maybe it's anything. There's so many possible ways of feeling this way. But I had all these perceived barriers in front of me, and I could have become stuck in that feeling. And when you're there, depression is coming. I know that's what happened to me before I realized who I was. I was walking down a very dark road. And
Like, what's the point?
what's the point? If I can't be myself and I hate where I am and I can't leave this position, then fuck. Why bother? But the thing is, perceived stuckness, whatever.
Sticky spots.
Sticky spots? No. Madison, you always bring it back to that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so mad. Yeah, anyways, so this is our constant banter. We need to have like a film crew following us around where we just
Yeah, if any of you are producers, hit
the
us up.
stupidest things, saying the stupidest things to one another.
Anyways,
So you want to unstick yourself. If you feel like your transition is stuck, now there's so many ways that you can feel stuck. You can have already started transitioning and then you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. There's so many options. There's no options. Um, you haven't started transitioning because fears and all of these things. Maybe your life is
you feel like you can't.
you can't. And that is such a horrible, horrible feeling because I think we've all been there. But for a trans person, I think it hits double. Um, for a regular person, when they feel stuck, they're just stuck, but at least they're stuck as themselves.
Yeah.
If you're trans and you can't transition, you're stuck living somebody else's life. Like that sucks.
A fake life.
A fake life.
Yeah.
If you're in the lgbtqia and you are not out,
Pretending to be straight.
pretending to be straight, pretending to be whatever, pretending to be sexual if you're asexual. Like who that? Like there's so many things it could be, right? Like there's so many things it could be, and you still feel that way. But I think there is, and I think when I think of it, when you feel stuck, you feel like you're not in control.
Yeah.
Right? If I can't leave my job, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, it's because there's no control, or you're externalizing things. I can't transition because my kids will hate me. That's like such a tough one, you know? I can't, I tell you in my story, I had that exact same fear, and obviously it's not going to come out that way with everybody, but when I told my kids, they were like, cool, what's for dinner? And that was it, you know? And then
They would.
they would, right? And then they now love me just like they used to love me. If anything, they love me so much more because I love them. I'm able to love them so much more because I'm able to be myself. And so I can be the person and the parent much more so now than I could have been before, for example. So that's like a perceived problem where you feel out of control, or you are externalizing something. Something is stopping you from doing it, or you're not doing it because of something external to yourself. It's about control. And as somebody who likes control,
but I'm in control, let's be real.
No! I'm the boss. Anyways.
So melodramatic.
I know. Okay, so as you can see by my outfits today, I am pencil skirt and pantyhose and one piece, one of those things with buttons on the bottom. And Madison is Mrs. Casual as usual.
As always.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
Getting back into control.
That's right. Like just like I'm controlling this video. Okay, whatever. Okay, so control. And I would say sometimes control doesn't happen from 0 to 100, right? Nobody's in control of everything, and nobody's in control of nothing. And I have a solution. I have a solution for those people. It's a way of starting even when you can't start. There's things that you can do. And this is not just one of the things, but there's other options as well. There's things that you can do, like changing your body in fitness and in health, and growing that booty, and
tightening the waist, getting rid of the gut.
Exactly. And that's a way of taking back control. You're able to start in the smallest of ways. Is you can start transitioning in a way because the body
won't know.
And the body is the thing that takes the longest many times to change. I'm 5 years in, and of course my arm is smaller than it used to be, but it's not, it's not like her arm, and it probably never will be, and thank God it won't be.
No, we don't want that.
No, we don't want that.
She's also got a booty now too.
Yeah, look, got a booty now. Anyways, so that took some time.
I like how
too.
you sucked it in when you got shot. Don't do that.
Okay, I like this. Like this.
Do that again.
Later. Okay. Oh, fuck, I keep forgetting where we are. Okay, so point being, control. Getting your body into that shape. And that also is for somebody who can't transition right now. But maybe they can a year from now, or maybe they can 2 years from now, because maybe they're just waiting for something to happen. Maybe it's 2 years from retirement and just too much of a hassle, and they can do all that stuff in 2 years.
Talk about how the hormone side of things as well. Working with the hormones.
Yes.
Or if you can't go on hormones.
Yeah. So, I mean, hormones and HRT is not for everybody, obviously. Some people will do it, some people will not. Just like bottom surgery, some people will do it and some people will not, right? It's a personal decision. And I know for me, I went on HRT. And what's interesting is when you're on HRT on estrogen, because now my T is almost 0 and my estrogen is pretty high. And over time, 5 years, I've been able to kind of move fat around, right? And my arms have kind of changed, and my as Madison says, my booty has grown, and but that takes time. Like that doesn't happen right away. But if you're on testosterone, there's an advantage. You can build more muscle faster. So
and that's not a bad thing.
and that's
You
a
can
good
build
thing.
muscle in the right places to get the feminine shape.
Exactly. So you can build that booty,
Yeah,
right?
easily,
You can build like those thighs. You can
Yeah.
build that body that you want, and you can start training. Like for example, let's say you have big arms. You can actually train yourself and train your body to make those muscles smaller, but still functional and aesthetically what you would like.
Waiting for the hormones to do the work will take way longer than if you start taking control of your fitness and nutrition now. This
Yeah.
is like the quick fix.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then if you're on HRT and you're on estrogen, so we do this thing called caloric cycling, where so now that estrogen is your operating system and not testosterone, but when you're on testosterone, your body kind of decided where to put fat in like more male pattern ways. But now that you're on estrogen, when you put on fat, you're going to put it on in the other places, in more feminine spaces, anyways, whatever. And so it's just like dieting. You can't always be calorically deficient. Sometimes you need to be calorically in a surplus, especially if you're trying to put on muscle. And so created the system where while you're in a caloric deficit, we are getting rid of the fat in the wrong places.
Yeah.
In the places that you don't want them. Maybe it's in your stomach, maybe it's in your shoulders, whatever it is. And we're also training to lean out the muscles. Mm-hmm. And then when we're in a caloric surplus, it's the exact opposite. We are now in a surplus, so we can still build that muscle because we have extra calories. Mm-hmm. And so we can put on the weight in the places that you want.
Like that butt though.
Okay, I'm not supposed to say what. Okay. So you're putting on the booty in the places that you actually want the tissue. And the caloric surplus, what it also does is it's going to actually start putting fat where you do want it. Mm-hmm. Because now you have estrogen as your operating system, and it's going to start placing fat in more feminine and female places, or more typically female places. So for example, like I never used to gain weight in my thighs, but whenever I gain weight, it's always in my thighs first. Which is probably not the worst place to get fat. I mean, I'd like it if it was a little bit more in my butt.
You have it in your butt.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But I need it more, whatever. So I don't get to choose that, but the estrogen kind of does. So we do this thing where no matter which one we're doing, if we're in the deficit or if we're in the surplus, we're doing something to change that body. And you could do this on your own just naturally, but it could take 10 years. It could take 20 years, and you may never get the results that you want. Whereas with this system, you're actually almost like using your hormones as like a supercharger. Yeah. It's actually giving you the thing you want, and each hormone gives you a different thing. And so you use the thing that it can give you. And so all in a roundabout way to say is this is a way to take control. Take control of your body, take control of your physique, take control of your health. And it's just, for me, it's like the perfect answer to the person who's stuck.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to be stuck. You can actually start doing something. And then you have this amazing extra benefit of being healthier.
Healthy, better sleep, more energy, more
maybe
alive.
Not needing as many medications.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of my old friends, older men, they are all on different meds for hypertension or for this or for that. Like
blood pressure.
Getting rid of those medications and having a better life, quality of life. I mean, those are some pretty awesome side benefits
100%,
to on top of getting the booty and the this and the that, and flattening out that tummy and just being happy with yourself. And that's I think the crux of the feeling for me of the feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Is if you can take control of one thing, it's one thing that you've done. You've taken a step in the right direction, and you see how that feels. You see how it feels to take back control of something, and giving you control makes you feel unstuck. And then what's going to happen is you're going to be like, oh, well, it worked out the first time. Let's try something else.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I can do that will push me in the direction I want to go to live my life the best way I can. And I think that is what happened to me. I remember when I had a couple of really big hurts right at the beginning of my when I came out, and then I had one of my friends and my buddy Rish, and I sat him down and told him I was trans. He's like, I don't care, we're still buddies. And that win was so critical for me at that moment, because it gave me hope that there would be more.
Yeah.
And that's all we do, right? We sometimes we lie in hope, but if you're a person of action, a person who chases their authentic truth, you are in effect so brave, right? Like to make yourself unstuck, to take that step forward. And if you're in that boat right now, you haven't come out as gay, maybe you're married, who knows? There's so many potential situations. Do something for yourself. Help yourself take control of your life the way you want to, the person that you want to be. Like, I can't tell you, you can see it. Like, you can see my relationship with this beautiful woman. And even though I do all the talking.
I've been waiting for my chance.
Okay, well, I was trying to say something really nice.
Okay, say it.
And where was I?
Oh, words forgot.
No, seriously.
If you can see my relationship
Oh,
with
yeah,
this beautiful woman.
Exactly. That's right.
This is every day.
Every day. Okay, so as you see, like, I'm a happy person. I'm with her, and she loves me, and I love her, and we have this really great life. And that was because I unstuck myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna turn it over to Madison, who's gonna give me cut-eye.
No, just to finish up, because Victoria's been talking for a while. But if you are looking for some extra help, or if you're interested in more information in what Victoria was talking about today, we're dropping a link below the video in the description. Just click that and you can fill out a form telling us a little bit about you and where you're at. And we'd love to help you on your journey. And that'll link you to booking a call to talk with us. So
yeah,
we would absolutely love to help you. Please reach out, and we're in your corner.
And it includes mentoring with Victoria.
You want that.
Yeah, you want that, because I'm either a 120-year-old philosopher or
a 12-year-old boy. Okay, and that's the end of that video.
And that's it. Okay, bye.